Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 10th of May, 2025. And I think I forgot to send out my post. Let me make sure I did that. I did forget, but that's fine. We sent out the post. Today is the Raid Train Day. So we're going to be taking a little detour from Resident Evil to play something a little different. We'll talk about that in just a second. You might be able to see it in the title name, but you might not know what that is. It's not a very well-known game, although I think it's a little bit more well-known than I thought. I did find out that there was an internet personality that did a video on it 5 years ago. So there's probably more people know about this than I originally thought. But hey, Hope, how you doing today? So in about an hour, the Crypt community will rate into us. You can see it at the top. Pinned to chat is our thank you message. This still charity benefiting St. Jude's, still working with that stuff, going to be doing that all month long, still going to be working on Resident Evil. It's just for the raid train, I wanted to do something special. I like using the raid train not only as a way to meet new people, but also a way to show off like some of the games that people have never seen before, or weren't old enough to see, or just couldn't get their hands on. So that's kind of why I play these like weirder offshoot games. Tired but powering through. How are you? I'm all right. I slept well enough. Got up before my alarm, only to realize that I hadn't set my alarm, so that was good. Because I don't usually stream on Saturdays, but we're doing it for charity. We're doing it for the Crypt community, so we're gonna do that. Like I said, we're gonna repeat this pretty much all month. This whole month we are raising funds for St. Jude. You can see our current up there and our goal. The donation link, usually I have pinned at the top, but you can also see the thing on the screen that says donate. If you want the donation link, there you go. It's right, you see where it says exclamation point donate. There you go. That's how you get the link. Any donation of $1 or more will get your name on the digital whiteboard, which I do need to open up. Let me get that open real quick. Basically, it looks like, let me just zoom in on this. It looks like this. So you can see the names here. If you do an anonymous donation, I still keep track of that because I still think it should be recognized. But these are all the people. Obviously, people have found ways to jokingly name their things after characters for Resident Evil, which is what we're playing through this month. But you get your name on the whiteboard if you're so inclined. I know money is very tight and things are very chaotic for a lot of people right now, so I completely understand if you can't. Don't put yourself in weird situations just so you can donate. But these are our incentives. Basically, $100 unlocks a new remake, 2, 3, 4, and then finally, if we do reach our ultimate goal of 400, we will play a physical copy. I will acquire, and we will play a physical copy of Code Veronica X. So, you got a question for me since I'm unsure for the raid train? Okay, what's the question? What question do you have for me? But like I said, for the raid train, you plan to play a few games, but I'm wondering if you should save Dead Space or Crow Country for it. That's interesting. I mean, either one of those would be fine, right? Like, it just depends on the vibe you want going into the stream, right? Because you got to remember, Dead Space is a dark and grotesque game, whereas Crow Crunchy is kind of a, like, return to old survival, but with, like, an interesting style. So, it's whatever vibe you think would fit best for... Because remember, you're also representing not only the Crypt community, but you're also representing yourself. This might be the first time people find you. So it's like, which do you feel fits your vibe better? That's the reason why I play obscure like PS1, PS2 games is because that's just what we do on the channel a lot of times. So I would just pick whichever one you think fits your channel vibe more consistently. But they're both great. They're both great. I've actually never played Dead Space, but I know a lot of people enjoy it. So, never heard of that one. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, basically what we're going to be doing all month long. We did take a couple of break days because I needed to take care of some stuff. But we're going to be continuing our Resident Evil playthrough tomorrow. And then Monday, we'll be back on with the Raid Train to play some more of the game we're playing today. And that's a good transition into what are we playing today? Well, what if I told you, and I'm probably going to repeat this again when the Raid Train comes in here, what if I told you there was a Resident Evil game where instead of zombies, it's vampires. And instead of a giant creepy mansion, it is a twisted casino. And what if I told you the game starts out with the thing that usually happens at the end of the Resident Evil games? You know how you get those countdowns to self-destruct? Well, this game starts out and contains supposedly more than one of those countdowns. So, we are playing Countdown Vampires. This game does exist. It is a real thing. The case is unfortunately cracked there. I do have replacement cases. Unfortunately, it has to be a special one because this game is 2 discs. So I can't just replace the cover, unfortunately. I wish I could. But yes, so we were playing a game called Countdown Vampires. What is this mystery game you're playing over here? Countdown Vampires. It is Resident Evil if the zombies were vampires and if the mansion was a twisted casino. So, yep. Probably a whole 15 people know about it, but there you go. That's what we're going to be playing today. We'll probably won't get very far. Like I said, it is 2 discs long. It does have, like, obviously some real-time render, but it's very interesting. It's got a lot of survival horror stuff in it. It came out in 1999, and it is actually done by Bandai. So you can see right there that Bandai, it's not like a small independent company. It is a Bandai game. Did this start as an RE demo? I don't think so. This is done by a completely different company. I think this was just Bandai's attempt on trying to do a survival horror game. So, yep. So this is gonna be interesting. I did play a little bit to test it to make sure that it worked. But we'll talk about the story and stuff when we get into the game. But I wanted to keep it a little bit of a secret, because there are some people that probably know what this game is, but I wanted people to be kind of surprised. I realize how confusing it gets that multiple people mod this account. That's fair. That's fine. I thought the Crypt community was streaming right now. Are you not streaming? Oh, you are. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was going to be the kickoff stream, but Vampire Infested Casino sounds from Dusk Till Dawn thing. Yeah, well, what's interesting is they act like zombies. They actually like lumber around and like try to grab you and stuff. Yeah, Kristen's over there. I'm just chilling. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I want to make sure that we weren't like moving some stuff around. I know the schedule has been kind of jumbled up. A lot of people are having some struggles this month, myself included. So it's just like, we're just trying to make sure we're doing our best over here, take care of that stuff. So, but I don't know a whole lot about the game. I just know from the bits that I played, it's basically, at least from what I've seen, Resident Evil, but in a large twisted casino. So it still fits the theme of Resident Evil. It's just not a Resident Evil game. And again, the reason why I do games like this instead of, like the tried and true, You know, like we could be playing more Resident Evil 4. In fact, we probably could beat Resident Evil 4 today. If we were playing that. My channel has always been about exploring like game development, talking about game preservation, and talking about learning from the past, right? And I feel like it's these obscure games, the ones that take risks and stuff, that might have like these little pieces that people don't think about nowadays that could really elevate, you know, future gaming. Because sometimes people think that they have to reinvent the wheel, but they don't. They just have to make the wheel different, right? Like, you don't have to remake it, you just need to make it yours, right? And I think that's why playing these kind of like offshoot games can, one, be kind of goofy, but also be important. And again, preservation is important here. As far as I know, this is the only Countdown Vampires. There's just the one game on PS1, so so many modern games have these like hidden gems stepping. So yeah, exactly. Like perfect example, we played Lunacid, and its greatest inspiration was Kingsfield, which is one of my favorite series, which is why we played Lunacid. We actually 100%ed Lunacid. But it's interesting because like not a lot of people have played Kingsfield, right? Has a Piano 3, which is a fantastic game. But like Lunacid, really, like I mentioned it when we played it, and I want to give high praise to that developer, because it does feel like that's probably the closest we're gonna get to like a modern day Kingsfield. But it does stuff that's all its own. It has its own identity. It was still kind of buggy. It had issues, obviously, but it's made by like a single dev, so that, you know, that made sense. But like, it's interesting because sometimes you can dip into the past to really inspire the future. And the problem that I've seen that happens a lot is, especially with recent development, does one of two things. Either it just goes, hey, that thing was popular once, let's just make that, and they don't really create their own identity outside of it, or they go, let's make an exact copy of the most popular thing, right? And that's why you have a lot of those games that are, you know, that like looked at like Lethal Company and were like, hey, we can make a game like that but with a little different features, right? And I feel like it's like, if developers sit back and go, okay, what did Resident Evil do that people like? How can I bring that into my game? And then how can I give it, you know, my own identity? That's part of the reason why I wanted to play this, especially on this month, because it does play, at least from the bit that I played, like a Resident Evil game. But I feel like this game is trying to have its own identity. Whether it'll succeed at that, we'll see. But still, it's the idea of like, I see what they're doing over there, let's do something of our own, right? And another game you might know about, Silent Hill, was a company going, hey, we should make a game like that. You three, get in the closet and make us a game like that. And then we got Silent Hill. So, have I played Galarians, or tried Galarians? No, but I do have it. I do have Galarians. I do also have the sequel, Galarians Ash, which is like literally a direct sequel. I didn't realize because when I was testing. So when you finish this game, Galarians Ash literally takes place right after the final boss fight. So it's in the final boss fight room. It literally just starts the story there and continues on. But yes, Galarians is on the list, along with a bunch of other things. But yeah, the psychic powered kids, yeah, that again, that's another example of, you know, someone looking at Resident Evil and going, we could do something different with this, you know. So, but yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing today. We'll get started here in just a second, but I did want to say thank you to everybody that's been coming through over the past week. I know my schedule's been a little bit rocky. I've been dealing with a lot of like medical issues are creeping up on top of there's just been some stuff going on like family wise and friend wise and stuff like that. This month has been very, very rocky for a lot of people, at least in my life. So I needed to take a time to kind of manage those properly. And unfortunately, no situation's handled in a day, so it just happens. You know, it'll keep happening over time until we can find a stability point. So, but yeah. All right, let me make sure. Let me grab. Where's it at? Where is the donation link? There we go. I like to pin the donation link on YouTube just in case someone on YouTube decides to say hello and donate. We are streaming to YouTube as well. We have seen some good foot traffic over there, so it's been you know, nice to see people also coming up over there. We found some new people. A developer actually commented on one of we played one of their games for Terrortober. And it was like a really short game. It was like maybe 10 minutes or something like that. And they actually commented that they're going to be making a fully fledged version of that game, and that'll be out in June. So it was cool. So I told them, yeah, of course we'll check it out, because it was an interesting concept. It just wasn't a very big game, right? So it'll be interesting to see how they expand upon that. But as for the music you hear in the background, of course, it doesn't do what I want it to do. This is from Blasphemous. We've been listening to a lot of Blasphemous. I love the music of Blasphemous, and honestly, I love everything about Blasphemous. Specifically, Blasphemous 2 is what we've been listening to. If you like Metroidvanias and you've not played Blasphemous, I highly recommend you check it out. It is grotesque. There are some pretty messed up looking things in that game. Hey Radical Foil, how are you doing today? Also, hey Emmy, officially, even though we've been talking, how are you? Let me go ahead and shout you guys out while we're here before the raid train comes in. If you've not checked out Emmy, definitely go check her out. Oh, might have just spoiled what Emmy's doing. And Radical Foil, hydrate. I will hydrate. But two great members of the Crypt and the Crypt community, you know, charity stream, all that stuff. They're also working. Aston and I, we reached that as a charity incentive, and chat maybe play it with crowd control. That sounds awful. I enjoyed Resident Evil 2, but Resident 2 with crowd control sounds awful. You do not like Leon Silly Guy. I don't either. It's part of the reason why I'm not enjoying 4. The rest of the reason is because I don't like the game. But yeah, go follow Emmy. Go follow Radical. Also, go follow Abandon Hope or Hope as they go by. They're all members of the Crypt community. They all do great things. They all play a bunch of different things. I love shouting out different people through the Crypt community, because a lot of people, and this is the thing that's been so important for me for the Crypt community, is everybody, even though we're playing horror games pretty regularly, we're always playing something different, right? Someone will find some obscure game that they'll play. Someone will be playing, you know, your popular game like a DBD or a Phasmo, or, you know, you got somebody else that'll be playing retro games. Like, you just get such a nice mishmash of different forms of content, and it's so great. And a lot of the people are really good people. You know, they like us, they work with charity. They work with the community. They do collabs. A lot of people in the community collab. I'm very bad about that. I'm exceptionally bad about getting collaborations and stuff, mainly because I don't play a lot of multiplayer games. But also because it's just I always get nervous with collabs because if you know anything about the streaming sphere, unfortunately, people do a good job of hiding who they really are until the spotlight's on them, and then you get to see, maybe some people, but RE6 is multiplayer, so is RE5. Wait, is RE6 multiplayer? I thought RE5 was multiplayer. I didn't know 6 was multiplayer. Interesting. Because 5 is the one with Shiva and Chris. 6 is the one with the 3 different storylines. 5 and 6. Interesting. Thank you for the lurk, Digo Bras. After 3, I stopped paying attention. That's exactly what I feel I'm going to end up doing, Emmy, to be honest. Is once we get done with 4, I'm just going to put 5 and 6, try to put those on like an easy and just like get through those for the sake of getting through those. But once we get to 7 and 8, I'll be more interested again. I actually have been pretty good about keeping away from like Resident Evil Village spoilers. So most of that game I know nothing about other than the obvious characters that people, are all about, make their entire identity around. But yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this game booted up. Make sure everything is sending properly before the raid train, because we got about 30 minutes or so. Guess what? They're in a village, yeah. Alright, so if we go over here, should be able to see it. Alright, sounds like we got audio. Looks like we got audio. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get this started, because I believe the first, 10 minutes is a cutscene, so... Hold on, I need to check something. I might put it on easy, to be honest. I need to check something. Okay. I might have to change memory cards, but... Alright. I definitely think he gets crowned for the most obscure horror game. I mean, for me, it wasn't like, aha, I'm going to play the game that no one else is going to play. It was more, I'm going to play this on easy, because when I played it on normal, it was actually kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Alright. Get to put in our name. Let's do something silly. Am I following up with this one in my next slot? That was the intention. Because this is a 2-disc game, and there might be people that aren't able to watch today that might be able to watch Monday. So yeah, once they show this game off today, I'll definitely it's weird. I don't know what blood type, but yeah, this is probably what we'll end up playing. Kuon? No, the only way to play Kuon, so far as I know it, is either to emulate it or to have the PS2 copy. Which, by the way, this game is great, not worth $1,200, which sometimes it runs, but... What game is this again? Oh, yes. This game is called Countdown Vampires. It's basically, what if Resident Evil, but instead of zombies, you get vampires, and instead of a mansion, you get a big twisted casino. Countdown Vampires. And also, at the end of Resident Evil, when you get that countdown that something bad's going to happen, this one happens at the start. So, we'll go O. We'll be a universal donor. I don't know what blood group does, but there we go.
I'm a homicide detective from a neighboring state. And I've specifically come here for a very simple
Do Dino Crisis. Yeah, Dino Crisis is awesome. It's difficult.
I'm working as a guard for the VIPs at the Casino Hotel opening party.
Hi there, Anakin Skywalker. Bet you weren't expecting this, huh? Totally expected this. Hey, Neve, how you doing today? Why does it sound like an 80s Miami cop? Because it's Countdown Vampires. I don't know why we have two ladies that look like Gozer hanging out as our dancers, but sure. I'll be honest with you, I actually skipped the intro because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. This is not what I was expecting either. Uh-oh. It's Kitty Cat. Oh, you can skip it. It's just... I didn't want to spoil it. I love watching the intro scenes with you guys because it's sometimes it is just off the wall. You can, but you shouldn't. Exactly. But yes, there you go. Desert Moon is the name of the
Well, this is an incredible horror show, eh?
No! This is real! Everyone get out! Go to the exits! Hurry! Hurry up and get out!
Deep Cut V show. No, I think that's our main character. Who's giving R3 intro. Yeah.
We'll have to try to get to another room. Freeze! Come any closer and I'll shoot. Got it? Stop! I will shoot!
Actually, don't know our main character's name. Keith J. Snyder.
You all right? What are they? Get out of here! They're vampires! This whitewater turns them back to normal.
The white water turns them back to normal.
Here, use this.
And we lost our shirt for some reason.
But what about you? I've got one more. Wait here. I'm gonna look around.
Alright, you ready? Objectives, early stages. Leave this area within 3 minutes. Head for the Screaming Moon door. Use the anesthetic stun gun to knock them out. Use action to something.
Fireproof
prevention procedures, code CR01. Club Regan will be sealed off in 3 minutes. Please leave Club Regan immediately and proceed to a safe shelter area.
Oh, mate. Oh, God. There's a way to fix them. You have to, like, get up and do, like, an action. Like, when they're writhing like this? Yeah. You can throw the water on them, and it'll turn them back into normal. Alright, but we got 3 minutes. So, remember how I said that RE starts with... or RE ends with a countdown? This game starts with a countdown. Oh, there's our friend. That security guard died. Yeah, rip that security guard, yep. Exactly. Also, pay attention to the room names. They might look familiar. Such as the room we're about to enter. Yep. That's gonna be a running theme. It's Clarice. For those of you that have watched the Hannibal movies. Use the insect stun gun, and after they're under, pour some water on them. That's basically what it said. Alright. There's someone running full speed at us. So, you might be wondering what the stun gun has in it. If I can pick up the ammo, I will show you. Alright. I'm also getting my butt kicked. There we go. That's a drink. Yes. Okay, trying to save as many of them as we can. I don't think we have a limited inventory of the white water. I thought there was a way to investigate these things. Okay, maybe it's on the guide. Press X to doubt. Yeah, exactly. So, if I remember correctly, the stun gun we're using, the anesthetic darts, are made of garlic. Let me see if I can find it. No, I can't find it. Maybe it'll tell us later, but yeah. It's like, wait, what? But, yeah. Next up, Olive Garden. Price. Also, Cheryl. Oh, I forgot that the... Hold on, let me make this a little bit easier to see. Hello, Manwa World and Var Hotra. The game be a little dark. Let me crank that up for you guys. There we go. Now you can see a little bit better. Sorry about that. When you hear your family, make the real treasures of embers you count in a long way. But Cheryl should seem familiar to all you Silent Hill fans. Okay, got a little terminal here. It's a vending machine to buy a map. Yes, I would like to buy a map. Print 1J, Fear Moon Map. Let me pull up this. There we go. Map purchased. So, I don't remember how we get to the map. I think it's just through this screen. Yep, there we go. Does it include a vowel? No, apparently not. Okay. So this is our map. We came from the stairs on the south. So obviously we have a door to the east, stairs to the north, and another stairs to the west. If I remember correctly, west will get us attacked. Pharaoh Moon? Was it spelled wrong? No, it's Fear Moon. It's just the A looks weird. They just prefer from Dwa. Fear Moon. Alright. Come on. That's some ammo. Nope, this is the Keno ticket. We'll need that later. There was actually some stuff you could pick up in the first area. So I found the quick button is R2. I was trying to aim and accidentally hit R2. But man, his vampire walk killed me. That's like... That's like walking in to find, like, snacks at, like, 12 a.m. kind of walk. Alright, what's our health at? Let me figure out... Okay, we are in alert. So I don't know if that's danger. Okay, get some space. Are we out of ammo? I think we're out of ammo. Oh no, we killed him. And yes, if you're wondering, we did just equip a stun glove. And it's misspelled. That says stun globe. It's a glove. It goes on his hand. Countdown Vampires. Brought to you by Bandai. Heads up, I think Kristen's gonna come over early. Yes, let me run the ads real quick. Alright, we got 3 minutes ads, you're not gonna miss anything. we're just going to use a healing and let ads run, so. There we go. Okay. Futuristic glove called Globe. Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't stun vampires, it kills them. The stun gun, or the anesthetic gun, stuns them. But just give us a few minutes for ads, and we'll get back to the game. Well, we'll do a little bit of an intro when the raid comes over, and then we'll get back to the game. Yes, the globe is a glove that ends their world. Exactly. Yep. Yep. The focus of the game, according to the back, is to rescue guests. So transform them back into humans without killing them. As you rescue guests with your anesthetic gun and white water, the story will take a surprising developments. So maybe this is the game with the original, you know, kill everything, save everything kind of makeup. Who knows? But it is certainly a game. But boy howdy, this is gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a trip. Oh, just so you know, that intro cutscene we watched, all 200 characters in the opening scene were rendered through motion capture data created by an internal cast of actors. Realistic CG movies are played throughout the game to provide intense cool shock. I wish I was making that up. That's literally what it says on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. The last two words right there. Yeah, there they are. Cool shock. I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. Alright, got about 30 more seconds. Okay, it does look like we have infinite. You can't see it behind me, but it does look like we have infinite white water. We just don't have infinite aesthetic gun. Alright. And ads complete. We're good to go. Alright. Welcome back from ads. We're going into Sydney. I don't even know what that's a reference. Is that a... Wait. Is that a Scream reference? Isn't Sydney a character from Scream? Locked from the other side. I know Sydney is the name of a character. I don't remember if it was from Scream or something else, but... Neve Campbell's character. Okay, yeah. There you go, Sydney. That was the name of one of the areas. Can't get in there right now, the door is locked, but... We got Nancy. Remember, this game came out in 1999, so... It's gonna have some references. Maybe a little dated. There's our aesthetic gun clip. 60 rounds, there we go. Okay. Let's go to Nancy. This game came out a lot later than I thought. Wow, I was thinking early. Scream was 96. Yeah, this was... Ah, Jesus. Oh, mate. Okay. Whitewater. Whitewater. Wow, one shot. Good job, friend. Whitewater. Cool. Remember that the whitewater turns them human, so... What's our health at? Still alert, okay. Whitewater. Okay, there's some ammo behind the bar here. Can we get behind the bar? I think we have to go the long way. Dated, excuse me if you're calling this dated, you're calling us dated. We are dated. Everyone is dated. There is a date in which you exist, and there isn't a date in which you do not exist. Actually, there's a couple dates in when you do not exist. A bottle. Hopefully I know what that's for. How am I supposed to pick up this ammo? I guess I pick it up from all the way across the counter. File acquired. Okay, let's read this file. New Century gives birth to a horror casino hotel. It's called Desert Moon. It's actually interesting that, like, this hasn't been a thing before. As far as I know, there's not any, like, famous, like, horror-themed, casinos. Production has been handled by a giant horror movie director, Randy Jones, of Beast Moon movie series. Jones has been invited to recreate a movie-like horror show for the opening party. The opening commemorative ceremonies will take place in Fear Moon of the hotel. This is the party that so many have been invited to. You are the main character in the horror movie. We'll give you a wonderfully horrible ending. GLD Company Chairman Alicia Tiller. Catch this for you real quick. Ah. Welcome in, everybody. There's the raid train. Alright, we're gonna switch screens here real quick. We'll get back to what that is in a second. Welcome in, everybody. I'll say hello to everybody here. Susie Mon, Emmy Blossom, Kristen Rose, Radical Foil, Crazy Carl, Cabra Hook, Yanni, Master of Puns, Abandoned Hope, Beck is Dead, and all the other lovely members of the raid train. Hopefully you had fun over there on the kickoff with Kristen. Let me see. What were you getting into there? The crypt community. Special events. Oh, interesting. Oh, Bendy. Wait, is it that new one that they were talking about? I thought that got, like, moved. Bendy 2 a little bit. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've played Bendy 2. I think I've only played the first one. But, welcome in, everybody. If you don't know who I am Massive Games. Pronouns are they, them. We play a variety of games here on the channel. We play horror, we play retro, we play just everything else. But the focus is mostly horror and retro, which is what the focus will be today. But we'll talk about that in just a second. If I'm sure Kristen already talked about it, but we are taking part of the Raid Train, which is a part of the Crypt Community charity stream. This is running all month long for St. Jude's. This is what we're doing, except for what we're doing today for the Raid Train. We got something special, but for the rest of the month, we're working our way from my first ever playthrough of the Resident Evil series. We have played through 1, 2, and 3. We're making our way through 4. And then we'll complete the rest of the series as the month continues on. If you donate at least $1, which I think is just the minimum donation, or more, you get your name on the digital whiteboard, which looks like this. And you can see names here. If you donate anonymously, you can see that we are still keeping track of that. I just tick up how many anonymous donations we have. So don't feel obligated to put your name in there if you don't want to. Also, someone found a way to put some fun names in there. So we have, as you saw, stuff from Claire and Jill from the Resident Evil games we're playing. And our incentives are pretty simple. Every $100 will unlock a remake playthrough. So at $100, we'll play remake RE2 remake, 200 RE3 remake, 300 RE4 remake, which God help us. And finally, if we reach our ultimate goal of 400, I will find a physical copy of Code Veronica X, and we will play that. So again, thank you for everybody coming over the raid. So what we're doing today, however, is not quite Resident Evil. It's a little Resident Evil, but not quite Resident Evil. What if I told you there is a PS1 game where you could play a game like Resident Evil, but instead of zombies, it's vampires. And instead of a mansion, it's a horror casino. That game does exist. And that game is Countdown Vampires. It's a obscure PS1 game. It is done by Bandai, so it's not like a small company behind this, but we have Countdown Vampires. So this is the game we're playing today. It is what I described. Resident Evil with vampires in a horror-themed casino. Will it work? Who knows? I've never played it before. But it should be a great time at the very least. I love showing off games like this for raid trains and stuff because, as I was mentioning earlier in my stream, there's stuff that these older games take a risk on that I think are cool ideas that developers today can learn from. Also, I'm a big proponent for preservation, so I think even if this game is not the greatest game, it still needs to be preserved, right? There's still generations of people that will possibly never play this game because of its obscurity, because of its scarcity. Preservation is very, very important. There's a few initiatives going on to help with that. So I talk about the importance of this because there is a lot of games that are, if you know anything about retro games, there are some games that are very, very expensive, right? They are like to the point where it's like someone's rent payment kind of expensive, right? And thank you, Emmy. That is the donate link there in chat. If you want to donate towards the St. Jude campaign. And our campaign does connect to the Crypt Community campaign as well, so our donations will move their tracker as well, just as a heads up for that. So it's not two separate things. It's one thing. This is a sub-campaign of theirs. But there are some games that people probably will never get their hands on that are really good games. So the reason why I talk about preservation on the channel so much is because those experiences should still be experienced and not cost people the cost of their rent, right? So I think most people can agree on that. But this game, not that expensive. It's still a little pricey, but not as expensive as some of the other games. But we're going to switch over, and I'm going to show you what Countdown Vampires looks like. So, welcome in, Raid Train. I hope you guys had a good time over there. We will be, in a couple hours, raiding into Kamiko Kajinoyu. So, be prepared for that. We do have... we will have the raid message when we get closer to that time. And I just want to make sure... Yeah, and again, thank you, Emmy, for posting or to doing the link. You can see it up in the top right. If you just type in !donate, that will bring up the campaign link, and you can donate towards those incentives. Also, there is a poll running. I think someone just donated. Hold on, give me a second. There is a poll running. I do want to shout this out as well. So if you scroll down in that campaign link, this little mascot here for the Crypt Community needs a name. So if you want to put your money towards a poll and also towards these incentives, you can do that. Let's see what these donations are. Unfortunately, my screen is very small over here, so I have to look at it over here. But thank you, Crazy Carl 509 for the $10. And then thank you, Abe no Seimi. Anyways, for voting Grimmy on the poll. So let's add our new friends to the whiteboard here. Right after Ashley Graham, we've got Crazy Carl 509. 509. And we have Abe no Se. Me. I think that's it. Yep. All right. Thank you so much for those donations. I really do appreciate it. And I know St. Jude appreciates it. Sure, Abe is a lovely person, has done nothing wrong. I mean, technically, no. She literally stops like a world-ending thing, so sounds good to me. But yeah, if you don't know, Sammy is one of the characters in Kuon. So, anyways, but again, I do appreciate everybody coming through. If you want to lurk, we do have anonymous follows here, so if you're not following and you don't want to be called out, feel free to throw us a follow. I won't call you out. If you're not following and you do want to call out, when you follow, just say, hey, I followed, and I will shout you out personally. Until then, let's see some Countdown Vampires. So, we are this shirtless security guard. There are these people here. Oop. Sorry, we are dual streaming to YouTube, so I have to make sure that I keep YouTube up, because sometimes my multi-chat doesn't work properly. You follow, you also use the 300 points you got to highlight your message. Yeah, you can do that if you want. You can do that if you want, yes. Unfortunately, I think all the items look like this, these little yellow boxes. Because we picked up something before and it was a note, we picked up another thing and it was food, and this one is whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is? Let's find out. 9mm bullets. Makes sense. But this game supposedly also, I guess they were too afraid to use the name like Reagan because they have Legan there. But what game is this? This is Countdown Vampires. It is a PS1 game done by Bandai in the style of Resident Evil, but instead of zombies, you get vampires, and instead of a mansion, it is a horror-themed hotel. So, all right, let's pull up our map. I have no idea where I'm going. All right. Okay, it says these doors are both locked. So, if your Club Nancy is locked. That's not Nancy, that says Alice. Okay. But yeah. This is also my first playthrough, so you're seeing this as for the first time as much as I am. I played a little bit to test to make sure the game worked, obviously, but outside of that, we are going in relatively clean state. I keep hitting start to open my map. I don't have to do that. I can do this. Okay, so I need to go. There's a little room over there, and then oh no, that's not okay. Let's see. I'm need to do the RE4 romance fan game where you play as Ashley. I don't know. Never. I don't know. Can you? Thank you. All right. Oh, I remember this. We're about to encounter our lock puzzles. These are very interesting. That's also save room music. So a lot of save rooms have this. We've got lockers. Basically, it showed us we need to get a straight line of lights in the middle there. So we do that. That is a lock puzzle they will reuse. So it looks like we have card Susie. I thought there was also a storage chest. Maybe I'm mistaken. But this should be our save. Oh, here we go. We can store through the computer. I'm gonna put the millimeter ammo away for now. The rest of this we're gonna need. Yes, we can also check our mail. Which we have no mail. Sad us. Alright. Hopefully this memory card has slots. Yes, you heard me right. Memory card. So we're playing PS1. There it is. Give me just a second. I gotta switch memory cards. Round 3. There we go. Let's save. Okay. So there you go. And now we have the Susie card. We just got to figure out where that goes. Okay. There's some stairs that looks like it leads to a dead end that way. So maybe we go check that way. Maybe the Susie card goes where it wants to go. That would be how keys work, yes. Alright, let's go into the Cheryl direction. Yes, you read that right. Little Silent Hill 1 reference there for you. Alright, I believe there's monsters in here. Okay, we got another... Okay. Here, what do we got on the table here? Sure, you can reach across the counter, but a table? Thwarted. File acquire. Slot machine breakdown repair procedure. Normally, operating slot machines have blue light on the upper section. If this blue light turns red, something is not working correctly. Should this occur, check inside of the slot machine. Once the lamp is turned off, immediately inform the manager. Okay. So that might be... I guess that's a tip or a hint that there's going to be like a broken down casino machine that we're going to have to do that. Again, I hope you like this puzzle, because I believe when I was testing this, I ran into no fewer than like 3 of these. They're not difficult symbols or puzzles, as you can see. We just got to get it to the middle there. There you go. And, oh, we got another key. This is the Cheryl key. Cheryl! Anyways. Any Silent Hill fans out there? You need the Emmy key. Should we make that a thing for the community? We'll oh, you're supposed to like look at these in deeper detail. Just have Fear Moon key cards for everybody. There's a Suzuki, it's only fair. Okay. Gotta check the tables. Yep. There's something there. You can't be the only famous key here. Ah, here we go. So we had a ticket, and now we have the game. Keno ticket, first game 000. 256. Okay. Keno ticket written on the memo, playing cards 256. What does this mean? Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? What's this guy's name again? Keith J. Snyder. I was just kidding, that's his name. His name would be Keith, yes. Alright. I don't remember. Is this where we came in? I don't think this is where we came in at. No. If you're wondering what we're doing, we are shooting them with a dart gun that knocks them out. You're new here, Neve? Well, thank you for being here. Even though it says first right next to your name. So we're using a stun gun with stun darts to knock them out so that we can pour... You can't see it behind me here. I'll hide my camera just for a second. If you look at this bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a thing that says white water. So if we stun them with a gun and then use white water on them, we turn them from vampires into humans. Don't ask what the white water is. I don't know. So we knock them out, we throw water on them. How's our health doing? We're in caution. I don't know if this goes to danger. I'm gonna go ahead and drink this. Okay. What is this? Bottle. Okay, that's just an item. Okay. God, I love when I do that. I'm gonna wait for him to get back up. First wear name means obviously it's your first day. Yes, that's exactly what that means. Are we shirtless? We absolutely are. I can't. I guess this is the closest we can get to it. But yes, somebody messed up our white shirt, so we tore it off. Because why not? But yes, we are shirtless. Now we have the Nancy card. Any Nancys in chat? Alright. We have 80J. Sure. We bought a food. That's what it says. It's a food bar. Looks delicious. Let's immediately shove the food bar into our face. Actually, it's probably a full heal. I'm gonna save it. We'll save our food bar. I'm guessing this is blocking us. Shutters are closed. Okay. Yes, go to the vending machine and find yourself a food bar. Don't think we can go out this way. Nope, just a hole. Alright, so we have some keys for some places. Now, what I'm curious about is, does the map update when we find a key that we need? It does not, because I believe we have the key for one of these two doors right here, so we just need to go straight across. But a little story for anybody that might be new here. Neve is actually the person who got me into streaming. My first stream was actually back in 2014. Neve actually gave me the copy of ESO that I played on stream for my first ever stream. I've known Neve, basically her and I went to college together, and she showed me some clips of her doing some crazy shots in Battlefield. And I was like, this is cool, I'll try this. And we did. It was not a great video. I still have that video. If we ever reach partner, my goal is when we reach partner, I will show off my first ever stream. So maybe someday in the future that'll happen. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat this bar now. Yeah, it's a full heal, that's what I thought. So Neve was the one who got me into streaming. Way back when. Now, of course, I didn't get into full-time streaming until much later, but... Come on, get up. No? Okay. Oh, you sneaky. Still those shots on YouTube? Yeah. But very good friend. That's Wait, didn't I already turn these people? I already fixed these people. I think I'm going the wrong way. Maybe. I don't remember what this door is. Okay, this is Sydney. We don't have Sydney. Yeah, either these vampires respawned, or they're the same ones we used the water on before. Okay, go ahead and just dodge this. Do some good old-fashioned survival horror jukes. Okay, is this the way we need to go? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. I don't think we have any more ammo, right? Yeah, no. We're completely out of ammo. Of course. This room was empty before. Now there's vampires. Use the ID for Club Nancy. Alright. Looks like we still have it, though. Slot machines can be played. Oh, it's like a real slot machine. Huh. Okay. I guess that's a good way to, like, get money so that you can, Okay. That camera angle was a little weird. Oh, this one's different. Okay. Don't want to waste our money on that, but... I wonder if there's, like, people have found, like, tricks with these slot machines, like, which ones are actually the best. Oh, cool, I got hell. Hopefully that's not a sign of what's to come. What is this? There's an elevator, but there's no power to it, so it's not working. Cool, so we went through one door to not have power for the other. Great. Okay, so the Nancy ID opens this door as well. This is to Alice. I guess I should put a usable weapon on. This does kill people. Yes, again, if you did not see this earlier, this says stun globe. It's actually supposed to be a stun glove, but there's no V in Japanese. So it comes out to globe. It's just a mistranslation. Like phonetic error kind of thing. Unfortunately, we don't want to use this glove too much. Okay, we got stairs down. Because the glove does kill people. And the vampires that we're stunning and then throwing white water on are guests. So we want to try to save as many as we can. Okay, let's see if we can go to Alice. We can. What is an Alice, I wonder? Lots of machines. Okay, so it looks like any machine with the light on, you can gamble at. There was one... I read a note about how to fix them, so... But, hopefully everyone's having a good start to their day, or whatever time it might be for them. Like I said earlier, I like playing these obscure games because sometimes you can find these types of games and people will be like, "Oh, this looks amazing! I want to play this," or you know, people are just like, "Wow, I've never heard of this game before," you know. Okay, put that there. Rotate this twice. Alice, we going to Wonderland or are we dodging laser? Probably both. Oh, there's our 9mm. I was wondering when we were going to get that. Unfortunately, we don't have a save in here. Okay, we got stairs down here as well. But, wait, can we actually bet on the roulette? I have always been abysmal at roulette. I have no idea. Let's go black 17. Or this, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I don't... Problem is, like, how much do you win? Plus, there's no actual wheel here, so I'm just going off what the computer says is here, which is hilarious. Okay. No, we're not gonna gamble that anymore. Bet on black. I mean, I was betting on 2 different black spaces, but... Okay. Alright. Looks like we either have a note or some ammo or something. I'm hoping it's ammo. Health drink. I'll take a health drink. That's fine. Well, that looks very inviting. Don't you just want to go inside there? With 2 Grim Reapers? I wonder if they... This is always a thing I found interesting. I don't think they do it as much anymore, but they used to, like, all the time. It's like, instead of having, like, a jackpot of, like, $80 million or whatever, they would just be like, you could get a brand new car. And then it's like, if you realized how much people were being scammed by that, because it's like the car, like, think of the car and the motorcycle in the 90s, right? This thing is probably 15,000 or 20,000 for a fancy, but the pot would normally be in the millions. So they get to keep all of that profit and then just buy like a motorcycle, and then that's what you have a chance of winning. Like, it was a huge ripoff. Oh, we met another human.
Are you all right?
I'm so... Help me. I...
It's okay. I'm a police officer. Snyder. Keith J. Snyder.
There you go.
Oh, police officer?
I came here as a VIP guard.
My name is Misato. Misato Hayakawa. I work
What a
here.
name.
It's my first day.
Hell of a
Your
first day.
First day? Well, then you probably don't know where the exits are.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's all right. Misato, I'm going to take a look up ahead. You stay here.
I'm scared to be alone, Keith.
You've got to stay here. Look, it's
What
all
was
right.
that?
It's safe here.
You've got to stay here.
Well, okay.
He's like pawing at her.
I'll be right back.
Also, I love how it's like, we have Masato and Keith. Why is she following us? It was absolutely not all right. Yeah, it's not. It absolutely is not. Oh, cool. She won't follow us into the room that would actually be safe. Wow, they're giving us a lot of 9mm. I wonder if we're about to fight our first boss. Let's crack another safe here. Is it also a straight line? Yes. These are so difficult. Ooh, what is this? Key? This is show stage key. Okay. I want to check something. Okay. That's what I thought. Whenever we crack the safe, it does look like it gives us a little bit of credit. A little bit of cash. I just wanted to use that to check that. can't squeeze through there. Alright. Guessing it's coming from that room right there. Can we get in here? I guess so. Okay, where are we at map-wise? Oh, okay. These are where the stairs down led. Got it. Did we break into that booth on the other side there? I think we did. But we have the stage key now, which means we can go up on that where those, like, bone things were. It was like the sculpture. Wait, is there another door on this side? There is. Where is it? Oh, I see that item. Items are always in these yellow boxes. Yay, ammo. Good. Fortunately, I am full. Where does this door lead, though? Oh, it leads to a door that's locked. Fresh drink. I'll take fresh drink. See, what is the bottle for, I wonder? Because we already have a bottle. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Scream Moon? What is it? Ice? What does that even say? Screaming Moon. Okay, so it says Scream Moon. Great. As if it couldn't get any weirder, we have the Scream Moon. I swear, if there's no ice cream in there, I'm going to be very upset. Okay. Let's go, we need to figure out exactly where that save is. Plus, I think we have the key. We should have the key. Because we need to store some stuff. I need to check. I think we already went in here, but I want to double check. We already do this one? Okay, I can't interact with it, so I'll take that as a yes. Also, it's interesting. He needs money to buy things from vending machines, but he's in a casino that he could easily take money from, like, literally everywhere, right? Because, like, people ran, so there'd be money all over the place. Okay, ominous hallway. There were vampires in here. I don't know why he ran smack dab into them. Finger on the rosy, I guess. Ooh boy, these camera angles. Okay. Does it mark where the save room is? No. But there's only a couple places it could be. I think this is it. Yes, this is the save room. Alright, because we need to store some stuff as well. Let's do that. Item. Okay. Let's store... Don't know what the bottle is. Oh, I thought we can... Wait, we can only store 2 items? Oh, no, okay. VIP room. Susie. VIP room Cheryl. Club Nancy. Okay. Let's put the Keno ticket there for now. Okay. That should be good. Let's go ahead and do a save. So you're gonna check the memory card there, friend? What? What the hell was that? We have mail? No? Why did it have a... Like, we sent a piece of mail through the computer? What the hell was that? I didn't even pay attention. I don't know if it did that last time. Alright. Alrighty. Now we need to go back down there. Right, this way? No, not this way. Bye now. Oh man. Do. Okay. So Nancy? Yes, Nancy, and then we can go to the stage. This is gonna be less fun, though. Can they climb stairs? That's the question. Oh, there's an item over there. This might be a mistake depending on what that item is, but that item might be required as well, so... Oh god. There are 4 of these guys in here. Yeah, that's worth it, yeah. That's a lot of vampires. Hey, Void, how you doing today? What is this? This is... Countdown Vampires. Is an obscure PS1 game where it's basically Resident Evil, but the zombies are vampires. You can kind of see them moving around down there. And we're instead of a mansion, we're locked in a giant horror-themed casino. Hey, D-Man, how you doing today? Okay, so this is the show key. How is it? We're not very far into it, to be honest. But, it's got its own little quirks, we'll say. Okay, this is up where those dancers were, where the fire started. So we might be able to get some information from up here. There's an elevator, but it doesn't turn on... doesn't turn on the power? But it doesn't to turn on the power. Also, there's a lot of this. Where it's just... The translation is not the best. I'm guessing we have to turn on the power. Alright, so we've got 2 directions we can go. Okay. This is the Ligon key. Or Lagon. Oh, cutscene. The hell is that thing? That's why we brought a gun into the fight. Hopefully 16 rounds is enough, though. Okay. I don't know if that can be saved, but I wasn't going to find out the hard way. Ouch. Okay. So now we have the Legan key. Jesus Christ, why is the ladder sounding so loud? Okay, so from there... Let's see. Okay, the door's right there. Okay, that's what I was curious about. I think the door is like right around here somewhere. So it doesn't look like they can climb stairs. So what we might do is see if we can like aggro a couple of them. Get off of me. Get off of me. Wow, why is she so... Really? Okay. Whitewater. Hey, Gamer Corpse, how you doing today? Whitewater. We're trying to save as many people as we can. Basically, we stun them with our, our stun darts, which I believe just has garlic in it. And then we... And then we hit him with the whitewater, and the whitewater turns him back to normal. I don't know how many people we have to save for what. I don't even know when we're going to get an ending for this game, so... This is 2 discs. But my plan is to play this today for the raid train, and then we'll be back again on Monday for the raid train, and we'll continue on with this game. Okay, there's eyes. You didn't see it. There's a little skull over here with eyes that like lit up. It was that little thing that guy had in his hand in the cutscene. So. Okay. This is the elevator, right? Is this thing, I thought. No, maybe not. Okay. This is where we started out the game. We had 3 minutes to evacuate this area. So this game started out with a countdown. And I believe, according to the back, there's multiple countdowns. Let's see. Fear time, the countdown system. You will repeatedly be tested with a countdown time limits. Can you clear all conditions? The storyline will develop and branch off based on your performance. However, just because you can clear everything doesn't mean you can fully unravel the mystery. Well, if that doesn't have you intrigued, I don't know what will. Because you know what people love more than one timer? 7 of them. I don't know how many there are in the game. There might just be like 3 or something. But well, somebody doesn't sound happy. Why are these in a light? Are they like special? Ugh. Getting them nothing. Wow. I'm very good at getting nothing. It seems. Okay. I don't know that too much. Because the thing is like, if we could get lucky with a jackpot, this will help us, like, buy healing items. Right? Because even the 7s, if we get all the 7s, that's still only, like, 2 like, full healing items. So... Okay. Let me make sure I'm reloaded. I am not. It's a good thing I checked that. So, it doesn't look like they can do stairs. Can I shoot them from the stairs, though? I can. Okay, that guy's probably not dead. Yeah. Okay. You get some white water. And you get some white water. Everybody gets some white water. Turn on the switch. Given that you shut off the music, no. I'm not pushing that right now. Just looking around to see... Okay, that's where we escaped from. So we could go back up here to save, and then come back down and push that button. I think that makes the most sense. Let's finish exploring this, make sure we didn't miss out on any items. There's something in between these slots? No. Okay. Alright. I'm guessing we can unlock this door from this side. Okay, nothing there. Again, just double checking. You never know when they're gonna hide a useful item from you. Where the heck am I? Oh. Little head peeking out from the machines. Okay. Hey, go this way. Okay. The save music's pretty good, though. I don't mind that. Alright. Grab 90. I'm gonna store, well, I don't know if I need to store that just yet. No, let's store the glove. Still don't know what bottle's for. That gives us 3 empty spots. I just want to make sure we have ammo for the handgun, just in case we get in a fight with a boss or something. Like that weird mosquito thing. Okay, it does that whenever it saves. Got it. Very strange save animation, but unique, to say the least. Okay, there was a thing I could do. Okay, so back and square. Makes you turn around. Sorry. Just the instant soup. He's just over here working on his dance moves, it's fine. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go push that button and see what's down, see what that does. Hey, Leave, how you doing today? Alright, what does this do? Ah. It powers on the stage. It's the quickest way back to the stage. I think it's the right-hand side, right? Yeah. Alright. Okie dokie. In we go. This way. Go this way. And hopefully there's not more zombies or vampires here. No. Okay. So now we can take the stripper pole elevator. You heard that right. Jesus Christ. His footsteps are so light until he gets on the ladder, then it sounds like he's like banging like a hammer on metal. Oh, it's a save room? Shotgun. Nice. Oh, do we get to do the locker game? Nope. More ammo. I'm curious. Is 90 the max we can hold? We'll come back, Neve. No, it's not. Okay, so we could actually save some storage. Also, they did a very cool thing here. This is what I was talking about. By, like, newer games can learn stuff from older games, even weird, obscure Resident Evil vampires. If you look at these lockers, right? And you want to know which one's interactable. Which one do you think is interactable? Just looking at them. The one with the black handle, right? This is a subtle thing that you can do in game development to lead the player. So it's like white handles all the way till here. So it's like, okay, well, why is this one different? Well, that's because it had ammo inside, which we already acquired, right? And that, like, again, that's a good learning experience, especially for, like, fledgling developers who are just starting out and trying to be like, okay, videotape, okay. I don't know what I need the videotape for. Oh, this is like a dressing. Okay. Yeah, it's the dancer's room. That makes more sense. I was like, why is this... Also, it's got the save room music, but it doesn't have a save computer. There's the save computer. So again, because they taught us in the first room, we could test this theory, right? We could test to see, why is he shirtless? Because he's Detective Snyder and reasons. So we could test this theory, right? So based on what we know from the first room, what they taught us is the one with the black handle should be interactive, even if it has nothing in it. And again, it's interactive. That's good design, right? Even if a game is not the greatest, it can still have good design in it, right? And that's things that we can use to, you know, lead the player and stuff. Chris Redfield, eat your heart out. Oh, this isn't even Keith's final form. Just you wait. Okay, file acquired. Let's see what we got. Should an emergency occur in the casino area, the computer security system is activated. It's designed to automatically seal off the casino area. To override the security system, 3 ID cards are needed. After 3 ID cards are used, a one-letter password will cancel the casino seal off. Oh, I didn't read the rest of that. Hold on. Staff memo? No. Accident handling. No. Operations? There we go. When the casino area is sealed off aboard, Security C is automatically implemented. At this time, quickly evacuate to the Screaming Moon Horror Museum and wait. Okay, so it says we need 3 ID cards, which we have. Okay. Enter. 3 cards only. We have those. It's screaming. What? Wait, what? Okay. Is this supposed to be a puzzle? Oh, I think I selected the wrong ID for a third one. Okay. So it needs... Legan, Susie, Cheryl. So Legan, Susie, and I think I selected Nancy here. Cheryl. 1-letter password only. I wonder what it could be. Okay, so that opens Screaming Moon. Interesting. Okay, let's do some storage. Now, we can do something here. I'm gonna put the pistol ammo in our thing, because we can't combine it from storage, but... I'm gonna put the shotgun away, and the videotape. Alright, introduce werewolves now. I would not surprise me. Again, I know nothing about this game other than a little bit about Keith and, wrong gun. And about the countdowns. Like, I am just as, baffled as you when it comes to whatever we're gonna see. Okay, that should be good. Okay, let's save again. This, for some reason, takes the longest. For some reason, reading the memory card is the most difficult. Alright, now we just gotta remember where Screaming Moon was. I think it was past where we met that girl, right? So... Masato? So in my head, I guess this would be Nightmare Creatures or Fear Effect. I don't have Fear Effect. I do not have that yet. I keep meaning to look into that, but the problem is I'm trying to make sure that I, you know, balance my finances, because some of these games are very expensive. Stripper pole, go! Okay. Don't take that out of context, by the way. That would be very rude of you. Forgot all about Nightmare Creatures. LRG's gonna... Oh, LRG's doing... wait, which one? Nightmare Creatures or Fear Effect? Oh, okay. Maybe I'll look into it then. Okay. So from here... we can use one of the cards that we have to get into the room over there. Okay, but that door up there is now flashing, the red door, so I think that means it's unlocked. And I think that's the room where it is. So we need to go north. Which, when the camera keeps spinning around... What the hell? There's a whole bunch of them again. Okay, so it's interesting. It seems like if you put them down before, they're like slower. I'll go ahead and run past you guys real quick. No, you don't. Okay. Whitewater. Whitewater. Okay. Do we have, like, a bag? No. Okay, so we'll just wait till her. I don't know what the bottle's for. That sounds are the best. Like, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have to be a little bit more conservative now. We do not have the ammunition to turn more people. I wonder if we'll run into a vending machine. I think there's a vending machine at the end of the hallway where we just unlocked that door. I'm gonna guess that there's probably vampires in here now. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Vending machine. How much money do we have? We have 58. Still don't know what the bottle's for. Let me check. We might be able to... Um, like get some healing or something. Let's see. Bottle. Count down. Vampires. Let's see if anybody on the planet knows. Oh. So the bottles, this is interesting. So if you remember from, I want to say it's like Resident Evil 3. It might have been in 2, but I just didn't have it. The bottles are empty. However, you can fill it up with 3 of the drinks. So instead of it taking 4 spots, you know, for the bottle and then 3 healing, you could just have the drink inside the bottle. So you can stock up on that, and then you can just use that to do that. Interesting. I didn't expect it to actually use the bottle there, so that's a learning experience. But yeah, so that's what the bottles are for. Alright, Screaming Moon. This is a new area. So in basically what I was referencing, in Resident Evil, there is a med kit you can carry, and it holds 3 first aid sprays, so it's kind of like that, except it's not reusable, it looks like. I guess as long as there's a drink in it, maybe it's reusable, but... Please, thank you. Finally, ammo. Alright. We do not have a map for this area, so we're gonna be flying a little blind here. Okay, can't get any more bottles. I'm gonna wait. Okay, we got elevators. I'm trying to look for it. There should be yeah, I'm about to say there should be a terminal here. We have to buy a map, which doesn't say how much this is, but I think we have 43. So let's see if it actually costs. Oh, it says 1. It takes 1. Map purchased. There we go. Alright, so this is what we're looking at here. So I'm guessing we have to take the stairs. Okay, so this Screaming Moon seems like it's a hotel? What are these? Has to open from the other side or won't open at all. That's interesting. Okay. It has to be open from the other side or it won't be opened at all. Huh. So instead of just saying it's open from the other side, it's saying that you cannot be open from... Oh, that's not good. Trying to get around these guys. Of course, there's more of them. Oh, this is not good. I am getting wrecked right now. Oh, I'm stuck. I wasn't expecting 2 more to come down the hallway. Oh, of course I was out of ammo. Great. There's another one? Wow, this always just chock full of these guys. Okay, that's our first death. So there are 6 of those guys in the hallway? Game over. Continue. Wait, did it autosave? No, okay. I was very confused there. Did we save after doing this puzzle? It looks like we did. Okay. So we literally didn't do anything. In fact, this also actually saves us a bottle, us going back to do this. So it's actually a net positive that we died there. So I'll take it as a win. Because now we'll have our bottle and we can put 2 drinks in it, because we can buy another drink at that vending machine that's in the hotel area. So. And plus, all it is just a run straight there, so. There are those vampires in here again. Oh, where'd you come from? Okay. Okay, white water for you. Try to get away. Okay. White water for you. So where's your friend at? White water for you. Your friend's gonna get up. How much ammo we got? Good thing I checked. White water for you. Okay. Good stuff. I think we also saved some ammo there. Because before we had like 0 ammo. I think now we have like 6 shots? 7. Actually, we have 10 total. So. Alright. That's not the right way, is it? Is it? Yes, yes it is. Okay. For a second there, I was like, wait. Yeah, we gotta go through. Gotta go through here. Come on. Alright. So here. Fresh drink. Okay, sold out. Good. And then there was nothing in this lobby area, so we'll buy another drink in here. I mean, there was items, but no vampires. Yeah, it's good. There was ammo. I think this was ammo, right? And then there was a note about how long is the charity event? It is month-long. All month long. So, we'll be doing this until May 31st. The raid train is for a week, though. It started on the 8th and will be going until the... Hold on. It should pop up. Let me... If I typed in the dates right. Let me see. That's not it. Let me see if I can find the schedule real quick. So I can give you exactly the time it stops. Okay. It'll be going to the 14th at midnight Central. So We've got 4 whole more days of this awesome raid train event, and again, the crypt community and this channel obviously will be running the stuff month long. So a lot of crypt community members will be doing the St. Jude stuff, and all of that feeds still, like I said, back into the bigger campaign, which has gotten, I think, insane amounts of let me see if I can find it. I think it's over 7,000 now. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, the team campaign, which I believe the goal was set at 5,000, is sitting at 7,168, and we are 10 days into a 31-day month. So absolutely amazing support from the community. I'm so happy to be a part of this community. Alright, so now I want to test this. If I drink this, does it use both or just one? It uses both. Okay. So the bottles are kind of a waste. Good to know. Let's grab our map. But yeah, so we'll be going all month long. So if you don't get paid until later on in the month, that's a-okay. We'll be raising money, and if you can't donate at all, that's perfectly fine too. Like I said, the best way to help everybody out is to just retweet when people are doing the campaign stuff, when people are going live. Just be a part of the raid train so that we can get the viewership up, so more people will stop by and they can donate. There's a lot of ways to do it without spending a dime. So don't feel obligated if you don't have the money. I know, I've talked about this before. I know that a lot of people in a very tough spot, monetarily speaking, mentally speaking, stuff like that. Don't put any more stress on yourself than you have to. Just hang out with us, have a good time, and be a part of this great cause. What are you doing if you meet your goal? Okay, I'll talk about that real quick. We'll probably talk about that here in a little bit again, but so this is the incentives. If we hit 100, basically every $100 we're going to be adding a Resident Evil remake to our playthrough. So these are guaranteed. We're going to play through them at least once. So we've already done 1 through 3. We're working our way through 4, and then we'll do 5, 6, 7, 8. And then after those are done, if we meet any of these incentives, these will be put right on the end. So once we finish 8, if we meet Resident Evil 2 remake, we'll play that right afterwards. If we meet Resident Evil 3 remake, right after, so on and so forth. Now the physical one will probably take a little bit because I do have to find a reasonable copy in a reasonable condition for this one. So this will take a little bit to get, but this will be a guaranteed playthrough as well. But I will be playing a physical copy of this, so it'll be a little bit different. But that's the goals. And again, any donation of the minimum donation or more, whether you donate anonymously or not, you get put on the digital whiteboard, which again looks like this. You can of course see all the names here. Even if you donate anonymously, this top line right here, I'll just change this from 3 to 4 to 5 to however many anonymous donations we have. And this is the name of all of our donors. Again, someone found a way to leave some fun names. So we have Claire, Jill, and Ashley Graham on here as well. And obviously Abe no Seimi, which is the priestess from Kuon. So there you go. And again, I'll be perfectly transparent. This first goal is the most money I've ever raised from any campaign that I've done in charity. The most money I've ever raised is $100. So my true goal is hopefully in a month we can meet that. All the rest of that is just icing on the cake, again. And all these rewards are just to give you guys more great content. Okay. I'm not going to fight you and your 6 friends. I just realized we were on the wrong screen. I was like, I can't hear anything. There we go. Okay. This is a messed up hallway. There's got to be a better way to to deal with these guys. I need like a flamethrower or something. Jesus. So. Okay, they stopped pulling their punches. There are a bajillion of these guys. File acquired. Final? Opening soon, the latest Beast Moon thriller, The Beast Moon Darkness. Does the final prophecy come true? The final battle between human and beast begins. The series based on the actual prophecy. Does the door really open to the final prophecy? Announces retirement. Randy Jones' last picture. That's okay. Can I go in here, please? No? Okay. This sucks. Oh, I'm gonna... Come on, get away. Trying to get away, but I can't, because... Okay. You get water. You get water. You get water. And finally, you get water. Oof! Our health must be real low. We're only in caution. But yeah, the link, thank you there. That's why I leave it on the screen. Exclamation point, I keep wanting to say hashtag. Exclamation, donate will take you to the link. And that's for the full campaign. Another thing I do want to mention, and again, we'll mention this at the end of the stream as well, is there is, if you scroll down past there's a donate button at the top. If you scroll down, there is a poll you will find for naming our little mascot here. The Crypt community needs a name for their mascot, and you can vote on that poll to name the mascot. So there you go. If you want to have that, so you could donate to our goals as well as still impacting the Crypt community with the naming of our little mascot friend. So, oh, thank God. It's like I need some health, man. Can't throw a room full of vampires at me and expect me to survive like that. Okay, we got doors this way. Locked door to the attractions. So... machine that makes lucky coin. It doesn't work because the power is off. Lucky coins. I wonder what that is. Okay, I wonder if we go up here now, is it just the one guy or there's gonna be like 17? Okay. There's 4. Okay, I need to start doing this to reload, because the reload's getting us hit. Water. 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 Okay. I keep doing that. Okay, you're not dead. You can kind of see him wiggling there, yep. Now you're dead. Whitewater. We're gonna try to save as many people as we can. Plus, I wanted to clear this hallway so that way when we need to run back over there, we should be able to. Okay, he's really hurt. Okay, so there is a really hurt. Okay, there is a danger and there is a really hurt. Let's see if a candy bar is in fact a full heal. Yes, a candy bar is a full heal, so we should wait till we get to danger before using a candy bar. Good to know. We're learning. We're learning like our limitations here. I don't think we can afford a candy bar, although we just did take out a lot of zombies or vampires. See, now I'm calling them. Okay, so 70. So we need 10 more. Can we use these elevators? We can. Oh, they're not elevators. They're doors. Oh, good. Great. Wow, one shot. I'm really bad about checking the reload before we go fighting. I heard the click. Yep. Yeah, this area, they're just like, hey, vampires all day, every day. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. There's another one coming. What the hell? Why did he miss some shots there? Whitewater. Whitewater. You gonna play Parasite Eve now? Parasite Eve's a good game. Very good game. The only disappointment is the end, which is an absolute atrocity of game design. So, I did enjoy my time with it, except the end. And if you played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, any hidden items? No. Please be more ammo. Did we get another donation? I think we got another donation. Hold on. We did. Which donations did... Hold on. I have to do this a weird way because the Tiltify thing doesn't... Yes, Aya Brea donated $40. Voted for Crypty for our new Grim Reaper mascot name. We have reached the milestone of $100. Thank you, Aya Brea. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Again, that blasts past the goal I had personally set for myself, which was just reaching our $100 there. So that means at the end of Resident Evil 8, we're going to be jumping right into Resident Evil 2 Remake. So let me get your name on the whiteboard. There, Aya Brea. That's not the right thing. This is what we're looking for. A lot of horror icons on this board. Aya Brea. Or Brea, depending on who you ask. But thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I know the kids appreciate it too. All of this money, again, goes straight to St. Jude. So I know that every little bit helps. Every dollar, every cent helps in a lot of different ways. The stuff for St. Jude, if you don't know, St. Jude helps with children with cancer, but they have much more reach than that. They help families dealing with a child with cancer. They have outreach. They've got like research stuff. They get new equipment, like experimental equipment research that allows to make it for a better experience for the children while they're being treated, all of that stuff. So they do amazing work, and all this money goes directly to them. So I do appreciate everybody that has donated thus far. Again, it's only the 10th, and we've already broken $100, which is more than I could ask for any length of time. So I do appreciate it. Thank you. And we got about about 30 more minutes, and then we will have to raid out to our next... Oh, good. Now you give me a candy bar. Thanks. To our next person. So we're going to play this for a little bit. Hopefully I can find a save. Okay, they gave us a bottle, too. Oh, this is the cafeteria. That makes sense. But again, thank you, Aya Brea. whoever you, however you exist. I know Third Birthday does some weird things with its story about Aya Brea and her connection to everything. So I do appreciate the donation, but make sure you're staying away from that good old parasite. Okay, good ammo. We'd love to see it. More ammo for 9mm. Okay. Okay, so we took an elevator down to get here. It looks like this goes up to a room. So we're going to save that for a little bit later. We'll come back in here. And we have not played Third Birthday. I don't have a way of playing Third Birthday. I would be interested in playing Third Birthday, but setting up an emulator for a PSP game seems like a nightmare. But we have played the other two Parasite Eves. If you want to see my thoughts on those on YouTube, hi YouTube, by the way. We are still streaming both to YouTube and to Twitch. All of our VODs had to be moved from Twitch to YouTube, so all of our playthroughs are on YouTube. They're in playlists. I did want to mention that while people were here. So if you want to see some old retro games, if you want to see what we did for the other raid trains, if you want to see our playthrough of like the Silent Hill series, we finished the Silent Hill series. We got all the good endings. But we've done Parasite Eve 1 and 2. We've done Dino Crisis 1 and 2. All sorts of stuff, and we have plenty more to get through as well. Are there 6 guys in here now? are those vampires still up here? Otherwise, I might just start unloading 9mm into some of these goobers, goofy goobers. All right, let's take this elevator and see if this takes us somewhere different.
Keith?
Oh.
Misato, I told you to wait.
But somebody came. I thought it was you and came to see, but it was a man all dressed in black. I got scared.
Man all dressed in black.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm okay, now that you're here.
Oh, God. Save me.
Somebody dressed all in black, huh?
There's voice acting? Yes, it's a 90s PS1 game. Why would there not be voice acting? What are you talking about? This is Bandai budget right here. Look at that. They're throwing all their money at stay here.
Misato! Misato! Huh?
Wow.
Where's the girl?
She's not here. I'm looking for her too.
The countdown is beginning.
Countdown? What
Vampires.
are you talking about?
Don't
Roll
take
credits.
your eyes off that girl for a second.
What are you talking about? That's the man in black.
Is that why he's shirtless, so he can calm down all the girls? No, he's shirtless because a vampire bit him in the intro cutscene, and then his shirt got messed up, so he took it off. Which, if you're going to be fighting monsters that have claws and stuff, cloth would at least help you stop the claws. Was that Johnny Cash? Probably. Where's the girl? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out if the man in black is indeed Johnny Cash. Oh, now you give me shotgun shells. They really want me to kill these vampires. And yes, you can kill the vampires. I'm trying to save as many people as we can. Okay, now we have 2 videotapes we have no way of watching. Attraction key. Okay, so we know where those are. Exhibit of vampire-related materials. Ooh. Okay, a little bit of lore here. Vampires are bathed in sun's rays. They seem to be collapsing. Yes, I know how the sun and vampires work. Thanks, game. An antiquated old book is on display. Thanks. Okay, so we can't do anything else up here, it doesn't look like, unless the attraction key goes to this. No, okay. Alright. I would really love a save spot. Let's see, where have we been? Okay, so that elevator led us to... Where did it lead us to? Hold on. I'm gonna go back up here just to see which map it's at, because none of those maps look familiar. Because it should be like a little hallway and then 2 doors, right? Oh, okay. So it's this. So this is where we're at. It says this door is open, though. That's weird. Okay. The sun does the same thing to you. Same. We are awesome. Johnny Cash made an appearance in Men in Black as the Man in Black. Yeah. Alright, so I think we need to go this way to use the attraction key. Better not be no dang vampires up here. I wasted like 8 clips of stun ammo on them. They better stay down. Okay, so I think we can go in here. Oh, we could go in here regardless. This does not use the key. Okay, where are we at? Oh, this doesn't look good. Okay, for some reason we can get off mid-escalator. Yeah, whenever I see these kinds of things in a survival horror game, I instantly think of Silent Hill 4. There's an escalator that you have to take while also escorting someone, and it the locked door to the evil house. I wonder what's in the evil house. But anyways, there's an escalator in 4 where you have these wall guys, and they will just slap the tar out of you. Like, they will just knock you halfway down the escalator. It is horrible. But... yeah. Okay, so... the only other doors that mention attraction were these. Okay. Evil House TM, yeah. This supposed to be some, like, spooky place, or... I don't even know where we're at right now. All I know is this dark... Oh, okay, I see. That's where we're at. You know, I'm gonna run forward. Hopefully we don't get stuck in like a cutscene or something. I really need to find a save room. Alright, whoever said werewolves, you were right. We have werewolves. Oof! And he will slap the mess out of us, it looks like. There you go. It was indeed a werewolf. I think we're only in caution now. Dig through the garbage, find a candy bar. Dark, I can't see anything. Yes, thank you. I figured that out. What are we playing? We are playing Countdown Vampires, Smoke 582. It is an obscure PS1 game. It's kind of like Resident Evil, but has vampires instead of zombies, and we just fought a werewolf, and instead of a manor, we're in a giant horror-themed casino. Which honestly is actually a really cool setting. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nice outfit, though. Let me get to the other side of the room. And then we can stun them, and then we throw white water on them, and then they will return to being human. Alright, so we have 3 doors here. Only one of these doors actually leads to something, though. How am I doing? I am doing alright. Horror game in a casino? Yeah. It's pretty cool idea, honestly. Yeah, save room, please, yes. If not, then we might have to do a run back. Okay. I did look like we're getting a save room anytime soon. I'm gonna run back, because we are running out of time for our Ray Train slot here today. So I'm going to... We're gonna take this last little bit to jog back to the save point, and then we're going to save, and then we will prepare to say farewell for now, as we'll send you over to the next amazing member of the Crypt community that will be a part of the raid train. These vampires look like zombies? Yes. Yes, they do. I think that was the intention. Okay. Oh no. We're stuck. Well, I guess we're gonna just have to run. We're gonna just skip over some areas, probably leave some stuff behind. We are stuck in this area now. But... that's fine. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. We'll find us a safe spot. There has to be a save around here. At least exit. Jesus Christ. Ladies, please. That sounds like another werewolf. Cool, there's 2 werewolves. Great. We do not have the resources to be fighting you guys. Okay, come on. Where? I need the map. Where would be the nearest... Okay, there is a room at the end of the hall, and then the... Okay, looks like the exit to these... So we could get out the exit here. I'm gonna go see if this room at the end is a safe room. Is this a save room? It's certainly a room, but it doesn't look like it's a safe room. What the hell are those? This anesthetic dart B. Maybe they're just stronger darts. Let's push button. Yes, no, save point. No, but it's a lot of stuff. Got a key. I didn't even pay attention what key that is. We'll look at that later. Shotgun rounds. And a drink. Okay. Much needed supplies, but now we just gotta get out of here. So I'm guessing what we needed was whatever this key was. Museum key. Yep. Okay. Got it. So now we can do that. Grass on the charity goal, by the way. They're your favorite kind of werewolves. What, big, giant, slappy monsters? Okay, we should be able to go out these, but we won't be able to get back in this way if we need to. But I don't think there's anything we need to do back there. Okay, perfect. Let's go dash to the save point. What gun am I using? Okay. Make sure we switch guns. Does this refill over time, or are we just out of luck? It doesn't, but we can get a candy bar, so that's good. Excuse me. That is a full heal, which is why it costs so dang much. Okay. Gotta go this way. Alright, looks like we'll probably have enough time to make it. Unless they do something weird, we should have enough time to make it through. Because we shouldn't get any cutscenes for this area, I don't think. Right? Because it wants us to go through the museum. And I believe the 15 minutes heads up. It's live and ready to go whenever you are. Thanks again for helping. Okay. Thank you, Blue Plays Horror, or Blue. Thank you for the heads up. Yes, we'll be ending pretty shortly, but I'll do a whole little spiel, so thank you for the heads up. Before we go. Okay. Now, from here, we go up the stairs in front of us. And we still have a little bit of a... we're one room away from a save point as well, so... These old games, you can't just save anywhere you want, okay. Okay, so it takes like 10 shots of this. You're saved. Okay. Did I go the right way? I did. So now I need to go this way. Hi. Oh, you brought a friend. How fun. I know you're not down. Go ahead and get up. Okay. White water for you. And I believe our currency is in the bottom. Yeah, so you can see right there, every time we use the white water on them, we get 3 currency. Right? So this should say 17 now. Yeah, there you go. So that's how we're getting money, if you're wondering. It's because we're using the transformation water on them to turn them back into humans. Alright. And then we go in here. It should be... Trains are a good way to get around. They are. In a lot of places. Okay. Let's store some stuff. And then we'll... Okay. That should be good. Actually, I'm going to store a bottle for now. We don't need that with us. Okay. We're going to save. And then we have about 9 minutes to say goodbye and send you on to the next amazing member of the Crypt community. Although it might take 9 minutes for this to check the memory card. I'm kidding. It won't take that long. Alright. Completed. And with that, friends, that does end our time for today with the one and only Countdown Vampires. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I think it's interesting. I think it was on brand for our Resident Evil stuff, which we will be getting back to this starting tomorrow. We are currently on Resident Evil 4, so we're going to be working our way through the rest of the series. And because all of you lovely people were able to help in raising the funds, we are now over our first goal, which means we will play the Resident Evil 2 remake. Sorry, I had to check something on my other screen. Sorry about that. So I really do appreciate it. Also on, is it Tuesday? No, Monday. On Monday, the 12th, we will be back with more Countdown Vampires. So if you want to see more of this game, because it looks interesting to you, was it made by the same people? No, Smoke. This was made by Bandai. You can see it right there. It's made by Bandai. Yeah. So if you want to see more Countdown Vampires, we will be back at the same time on Monday. And playing more of that. So it's an interesting game. It's an interesting experiment. We'll see what other stuff they've gotten werewolves and a weird mosquito monster. So who knows what else we're going to run into in this twisted casino. But again, thank you everybody for being here. If you haven't already, please do hit the follow button, or if you're over there on YouTube, the subscription button. Both are completely free and help the channel out tremendously. Also, feel free to share us out with your friends, your family, your Discord communities. We are family friendly here, even when the game isn't. Everyone is welcome as long as they are kind. That is it. That is the only prerequisite. Also, follows and subscriptions will help you know when we go live. We usually go live Sunday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time, US. If you're not sure what time that's for you locally, down on the panels, there's an extension as well as the Twitch schedule should tell you when we go live for your time zone. Does the math so you don't have to. And finally, if you miss any of our playthroughs, if you're only able to catch a bit of this live and you want to see how this game started, I do recommend at least going and watching the intro. The intro is not what you think it is. So definitely at least go check out the intro. All of the streams will be here on Twitch as VODs for 30 days, and then Twitch gets rid of them. But they will stay for as long as YouTube will allow on YouTube. So if you want to go to the YouTube channel, we have over 1,800 videos. We've been doing for this for 4+ years. Tons of content, tons of horror content, tons of retro content, just tons of content for your viewing pleasure. So head over there as well. But do remember to take care of yourself mentally and physically and financially. I'm going to throw that in there, especially this month. Please do take care of yourself. You are very important, and we would love to have you stick around. Remember to stay hydrated, which I will do now. And as always, remember, we can make the world a better place. And all you have to do is be kind. Let's get this raid set up. Let's get this train a-rolling. Also, raid message. I will post in chat. Okay, well, Blues beat me to it, but there you go. Copy either Blues raid message or the one that just got pushed. Copy that. That is the raid message we will be using when we raid into Kamiko. So, let me... Okay, looks like Kamiko is in special event. So... Oh, they're playing... What is this game? They're playing... Oh, it looks like they're playing Among the Sleep. Or at least something that looks like Among the Sleep. So, there you go. That's your raid message. It says I'm unable to raid them at this time. It's saying I can't raid them. Because I try to start the raid and it says... Yeah, it says unable to raid. I can try... Let me try it the good old-fashioned way. /raid space... I gotta find their full name because I gotta spell it correctly. They may have to change some settings. Okay. That is A-okay. Should work, they said. Okay. Let me double check. Kamiko. Okay. I believe that is correct. It looks like it's correct. It looks like the raid is going. All right. Thank you so much. Again, don't forget your raid message. I will post it again. And if anybody gets left behind, don't worry. Seribot will tell you where we go. So you can just click on that link. But make sure you copy your message down. I am going to do that right now. Copy. And I will see you all when I see you. Please have fun on the raid train. Go share as much love as you can with as many people. And above all else, please take care of yourself. I will see you Monday for more Countdown Vampires on the raid train. Bye-bye.